And there are these people who say, listen, I'm Muslim and I pray and I fast and I go to the mosque, but I am attracted to guys. What would you say to somebody like that? He's still abiding by his religion, but there's one aspect of his religion that he's convinced himself is not an issue as long as he's doing the others. What would you reply?
So, and you're watching this, you identify as LGBTQ Muslim. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, my reasons and the reasons of people who come to me to change was they had an internal conflict. Right?
Sure.
So for me, no matter if the dean said that homosexuality was wrong, I didn't need the dean to tell me. I felt in myself that there was a difference between lust and love, right? So
you felt.
I felt.
This person is saying to you that I love somebody.
I saw it as, I can see that if I can see the love where I've been deprived of you for so long and I have an emotional connection with you, right? And you can have a very deep friendship with a man, and there's nothing wrong with that. Islam allows that. You can have a very, very deep, loving friendship with a man. That's okay, In fact, there's traditions. How many traditions do we have on brotherhood? Extreme brotherhood, right? We have so much because it's such a powerful experience. Brotherhood is so powerful, right? So for some people who have never had that need has become sexualized. So then the emotional and sexual attraction, the lines become blurred.
Sure.
And the reason why God says, I'm putting a limit to this is because once you've had sex with someone, you can't see them as a brother. It's just something about the attraction. Once it goes from an emotional to a sexual one, even we're just talking about human nature. Even if you don't have any religion, you can't consider that person like a friend. There's a difference between brotherly love, right? And that love can be really, really deep. And there's a difference between sexual love.
Let's be frank. Does it come to a point where you're like, I'd love to do this, but it's haram?
Of course.
I'd love to do it, but it's haram. And that's the only reason I'm not doing it.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, they'll say it's haram and that's why I don't do it. And different people will have different reasons, But why I say this, I make that distinguish is it's a human right. It's a human right for somebody to say, I have attractions, whether it be same-sex attractions, opposite-sex attractions, whatever, and I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with these attractions, and I need help.
Has God been fair?
Has God been fair?
Placing such attractions? You know what? I sometimes think about those people who are Muslim and facing this struggle. And I'm like, thank God I don't have to face that struggle. And then I find that God tests me in another area of my life.
Yeah.
Sometimes the answer we give is by saying, look, this is a test. But then they'll turn around and say, so you're expecting me to subdue my feelings. At least with you guys, you've got a way of meeting your physical desires. Has God been fair to those who say, I was born with this? Or is it that we say, look, the environment that you were in has had this effect on you? There is a way out. I say this because Sayyid Ali Jaffer is now married with 2 kids. To our dear sister, what's her name?
Sayyida Zoya.
Sayyida Zoya. Here's someone who's had 11 years from the age of 12 to the age of 23, sexually attracted to the same gender. How old were you when you got married?
29.
29. Tell us about how a person can convince somebody that, and can convince themselves that I can be attracted to a female. I'm going to tell that female that I had attraction to males and you end up having children, can a person be aroused? Please explain how all this works.
So